Good morning, subscribers. Yeah, I'm getting back into my routine after a crazy couple of days, which perhaps I will speak about in detail in the near future. Time will tell. I just want to remind you, for those of you that for the past couple months have been requesting me to create an email account so you can contact me and request a custom video be made for you, either about a situation that you want me to run my intuition through, or just make public, or a specific situation within the categories I talk about. If you want a specific topic made, that email exists. Again, I only have so much time. I have to charge something for that, so the fee will be $20 through one of the apps found in the about section of the channel. And you can, of course, choose to have that video either public for everybody to view, or private, which means I will send you a link. I will only send you the link. Only you and I will be able to view that video unless you give that link to others. So please watch that video with that, with the thumbnail of that great picture of me in a white t-shirt, if you are interested in that, as well as a few of you have reached out to me for spell work, and there's information about that contained within too. That's a case-by-case thing. Either one of these sounds like something you're interested in, key is to watch that video. Now we get back to our regular content. So, narcissists, they're scary, they're mean, they're relentless, and they think they're never wrong. But how, just maybe, can they fear you? How can you make a narcissist fear you? In this video, I'm going to get into 10 ways that you can make a narcissist fear you. I know it seems impossible, so it is not. So without any more distractions, let's get into the 10 ways. Let's find ways together to make the narcissist panic at your presence. Make them quiver with fear and know the jig is up, and that at any moment you can expose them for who and what they really are. Number one, Number one is to take back control. Snatching back control from the narcissist will certainly, make them fear you, and it will drive them nuts. Narcissists, as I've spoken in depth about, like to have complete control over their enablers, over their victims, over everybody, like to make all the decisions for them, like to be the one person that every piece of information must pass through. So if you're planning on, should I take off work on Friday? I must go ask the narcissist. Should I go out with this person? I must ask the narcissist. That's how they want it, that they make all the decisions, that you have no free will, and that you feel that you're conditioned to seek their almighty approval for any decision. Stop doing that and take back your control. That drives them nuts. And these all build on each other. If you can do multiple ones or all of them, then you're really, really going to break that control. And the narcissist, once they don't have control, will show their true colors, and everyone will be able to see them for who they are. 2, let them know that you're onto them. Oh, the jig is up. Yeah. Rein in that manipulative behavior, and that'll ease up on the emotional abuse. This is, of course, my go-to tactic of calling them out, which isn't for everybody. It's important, but that's why we're doing 10 of these and not just one, because everybody's like, there's got to be stuff you can do other than call them out. I understand. Calling them out isn't for everybody. Some situations can turn violent, and, depending on who you are and who the narcissist is, you may not have a chance at, things working out well if a situation turns violent. But yes, let them know you're on to them. Call out their behavior for what it is. Like if somebody's gaslighting you, say like, well, this is gaslighting, or you're manipulating me, or no, you don't have the authority to tell me to do that, or no, you can't make me do that. That kind of thing. Tell them they're obsessed with control. Call them a narcissist. All would fall under that, of letting them know who they really are. Number 3, and it's an important one, and it's hard for certain types of people, particularly my favorite people, the ENFJs. INFJs aren't great at it either, but set boundaries. Yes, boundaries. Because when dealing with a narcissist, They want you to have no boundaries, and the more your boundaries retreat, say you have some but not as much as you should, the more they step over that line, the more that boundary will retreat. The narcissist doesn't want to just push your boundaries back a couple inches. They want them to be completely gone so that they can do whatever they want to you when they want, and that you can't say no. Yeah, setting boundaries doesn't have to be something too substantial. If you are one who struggles with setting boundaries, you can start slow. Having some boundaries, is better than having no boundaries, but thus having some red line that you will not let them cross lets them know that they don't have complete control, and it'll let them know that their control over you is slipping away, perhaps slowly, but the beginning of the end. Yeah. 4, this is a controversial one. Resort to public humiliation. Oh, do they fear this? Yeah. This may seem like very drastic or a nuclear option. This would be, for those of you that are INFJs, when the spotlighting technique comes out. And I'm being honest, like, public humiliation is not, of course, don't make up things about the narcissist, but let it be known in a public place the things the narcissist has done to you. You're not doing anything wrong if all you're doing is telling the truth. Let this narcissist be seen and judged for the actions that they chose to do of their own free will. Things they can't answer for, things that you're not allowed to say. Air the dirty laundry. Watch them go into damage control. And they're not that good at that most of the time. Number 5, hold them accountable for their actions. Holding them accountable goes hand in hand with calling them out. Holding someone accountable could be informing the proper authorities to report their actions to, depending on the situation. If we're talking like workplace abuse, obviously the HR department, those that one would go to report such matters and perhaps have an investigation done. Similar to my situation in the Arlington County Fire Department, go about it through the proper channels, through the proper chain of command. And, in a relationship situation, this could mean going to law enforcement. Holding somebody accountable means that you have to tell the truth. You have to tell the story of the abuse you endured to the correct people who can do something about it and hold that person accountable, which is different than calling them out. Accountability means somebody can, do something to them to hold them accountable within their power. Calling them out just means people know about it. Number 6, do not let the narcissist crush you. In other words, when you confront them, when you rip that mask off, you should feel like you have every right to do that. The narcissist is going to retaliate and try to crush you and try to hoover you back in, perhaps try to love bomb you and try to play the, like, how dare you say that about me? Like, don't you know who I am? And all that stuff's going to come out at this point. But understand that they're going to try to crush you and slander you and discredit you because they're in damage control at that point. They'll do whatever they can to try to perpetuate the abuse, to try to perpetuate the lie, to try to put the mask back on, to try to have everybody around them that just heard the truth about their actions to disregard it, to discredit you, so that they can continue their almighty status quo where they get that precious, precious narcissistic supply. 7, and this ties in with a lot of these, but it's also a point on its own. Speak the truth. If all you're doing is telling the truth, the narcissist can't, well, they can retaliate, but they can't retaliate through any channels of authority. Like, they can come after you, but as far as like being held accountable, losing your job, police matters, you can't get in trouble for speaking the truth, especially if you have witnesses, audio recordings, anything that can back up the veracity of your statements. It's a very useful tool, and it's very intimidating to your narcissistic abuser because deep down, they know what the truth is, and part of being a narcissist is they want to, and feel they have the right to, define what the truth is and what it's not, and of course the double standards of when truth is good and when truth is bad. 8, starve them of attention. Narcissists love attention, love being in the spotlight, love being told how amazing, how great they are, and how no one can do what they do. You're definitely going to get under their skin and scare them into thinking you're up to something, like that you're going to expose them. If you don't give them attention, if you ignore them, they'll feel that control over you slipping away, and they'll be quite suspicious. It'll drive them nuts because they'll automatically think like, who have they been talking to? What are they going to say about me? You all know that. You've all seen narcissists in that situation. What did so and so say? What'd you hear? Why aren't they talking to me? What's going on? Yeah, it really gets under their skin because they don't know what's going on. Maybe you are planning to call them out. Maybe you're just ignoring them. They don't know. Number 9 is to cut contact. Yes, it should be self-evident that one of the things that drives a narcissist nuts is when you go low or preferably no contact, as you are definitely getting your freedom back because the influence of this narcissist is no longer present in your life. You have completely cut them out. You have realized what they are and that they have been abusing you, and have come to the rightful conclusion that you must completely cut them out of your life. And after some time passes, and after probably multiple attempts to hoover you back in, once they fail, the narcissist doesn't know what to do. They truly, at that point, feel you slipping away because all their tactics have failed them, and you're free of their influence and perhaps moved away. So that source of supply is truly gone. Number 10, surround yourself with supported people. Narcissists will try, when someone is trying to break away from their influence, to try to isolate the person trying to break away, isolate them, particularly from people who know what a narcissist is, who knows that their abuser is a narcissist that's willing to help that person um, deal with the abuse they've endured, to get away, to go no contact. You need to be around people like that. The narcissist will do everything in their power to keep you within their circle, with only them and their enablers say how great they are. But the more people that you can surround yourself with that know what's up and that are willing to give actual help and not just platitudes, the better, because then you'll have your own like small army of support group, and the narcissist will be all alone with their couple enablers that enable their every move, and that further validates you getting away from them, because that'll certainly help with the hoovering attempts, because your support network will be able to reassure you that you're doing the right thing and not fall for the love bombing and the lies and the doublespeak and the false promises that the narcissist is just throwing anything at the wall to stick to try to hoover you back into their circle so they can get their all precious supply. Remember, the narcissist is never your partner. They are your master. Never forget that. So I hope these 10 points helped. These are all or most of these you can employ in your situation. They should be very helpful into getting the narcissist's control of you to end. So thank you for making it to the end. Please like and subscribe, comment below, turn on notifications for future content. If you would like to have a video made for you on this channel, watch the video that explains how to do that, and I will get to it within a couple days. Or if you would like to just send a tip to the channel because my regular content has been helpful to you and you want to show appreciation the same way you would show appreciation for a bartender who gave you good advice sitting at the bar that night, the links are there, as well as the super thanks button. Remember, trust your intuition. If you think you're getting under a narcissist's skin, keep doing what you're doing. Don't sell out your integrity to make them happy. They're never happy. They're just pacified for very brief periods of time. Very brief.